The Federal Treasurer Scott Morrison says the Prime Minister called the states and territories bluff when he introduced his income tax plan last Friday. They've all been told they now have to fend for themselves because the Commonwealth won't be receptive to their calls for funding. From Canberra, political reporter Matthew Doran.
Monday morning, and the talking points are clear.
They don't want to increase income taxes. We certainly don't want to increase income taxes.
States don't want to raise taxes. We don't want to raise taxes.
All governments have to live within their means.
We must live within our means.
The coalition says the states and territories were given a clear choice.
What level of sovereignty and autonomy they wanted to have over the revenue side of their budgets, and the Prime Minister called that bluff last Friday.
So now it's tough love from Canberra.
They were given the opportunity to take responsibility for the money that they spend, and they basically said no to that.
The message is that the rivers of gold from Commonwealth coffers, such as the $80 billion promised by Julia Gillard for health and education, will never flow.
We're not going to be making fantasy promises like the Gillard government did about these sorts of things and I think unfairly and unkindly raise expectations when she was spending money she just didn't have.
This is a government that doesn't like public education, that doesn't like public health.
The stoush comes less than 3 months from a likely double dissolution election in July.
Every time you see Bill Shorten's lips moving over the next 3 months or however long it is until the next election, there is one consequence of it. Your taxes will go up or the deficit will get bigger.
Well, that's nonsense. All of our commitments have been fully costed and we've said precisely where the money's coming from.
The next hurdle for the government is the budget, due in May. There's already been a pre-election policy parade. The GST, negative gearing and personal income tax changes have all fallen by the wayside. The question now is, what's left for the government to sell to the electorate? Matthew Doran, ABC News, Canberra.